So today's episode is geared around leadership, right? We talk about leadership all the time. You hear it everywhere. But I want to talk specifically about how leadership affects reliability. So leadership and reliability. So, I've got a client and a friend who, she came up to me and she said, what interests my boss fascinates me. And I got to thinking about that, and I was like, yeah, that is absolutely true. If your boss is focused on something, well, you should be focused on it too. So if your boss would rather you work on the failure of the day or some budget issue or some other initiative that's going on in the plant, there's a pretty good chance that's what you're going to focus on. So this message really goes out more to leadership. If you're in a leadership role in a manufacturing industrial facility, our natural inclination is if there's a piece of equipment or a process that's down due to some failure, first thing we're going to ask is, when are we going to be back online? When are we going to get this resolved? Okay? That's a natural question, and it's a good question. But I want to give you a tip. If you want reliability in your facilities, there's a couple simple things you can do. It starts with just asking the right questions. So the next time you have a failure, you really need to ask 3 questions. The first question is, what happened and do we know what caused this? I want to know what caused this failure. 2, I want to know what we're going to do to mitigate this so that this never happens again. What actions are we going to take to make sure that this doesn't happen again in our facility? And then 3, of course, is when are we going to get this fixed so we can get back online? Just by asking those 2 additional questions of what caused this, do we know what caused this, and what are we going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again, that shows interest. And that will fascinate your employees to say, okay, the boss wants to know what happened. We better do an investigation. We better get to the root cause of this. So just put those into your tool bag. Next time you have a failure, ask those additional 2 questions. What caused this? What actions are we going to take to make sure it doesn't happen again? And of course, when are we going to get back online? Okay. Now, we tend to have short memories when we're in industry, right? We have a big failure today, but there's more things going on tomorrow and next week, and we tend to forget about the failure we just had. So it's really important that you follow up. You need to be going back to your reliability professionals, your maintenance, and even operations professionals and saying, hey, where are we on that failure that happened last week? Have we figured out the cause? What actions are we taking? Do we have some corrective actions we can start to implement? And by you asking those questions and sending out an email or maybe even setting up a meeting for them to come give you a status report, that is going to drive their focus, and it's going to show your interest. And again, it's going to fascinate them. So just to recap, next time you have a failure, ask what caused it, ask what actions are we taking to make sure it doesn't happen again, and of course, when are we going to get back online? Okay, and then ultimately, make sure you follow up, make sure you drive action so that it indeed does prevent the failure from happening again. So that's our lesson for today. That's our message. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll be having more episodes to come, so check us out if you see us online, and we'd love to have you visit our site at prelical.com. That's PRELICAL.com. Thank you.